Adequate notice of this meeting has been provided indicating the time, the place, the meeting, the proposed agenda, which notice was posted, made available to newspapers and filed with the clerk of the town of Clinton in accordance with section 3D of chapter 231 of the public laws of 1975. NJSA 10:4-8B authorizes municipalities to conduct public meetings through the use of streaming services and other online meeting platforms. Recently adopted Public Law 2020, Chapter 11 amends OPMA, Open Public Meetings Act, to clarify that in times of emergency, public bodies may vote, accept public comment, and cause a meeting to be open to the public via electronic means. Town of Clinton is using Zoom video meetings, which are also live streamed to Facebook Live on the town's Facebook page at ClintonNJ.gov. Please be aware that this meeting is being recorded for the public record. Both Zoom and Facebook Live are imperfect, so if glitches pop up, please be patient. We will address all questions and general comments after the governing body has conducted business and shared reports. We will take comments during the public hearings of any ordinance on this agenda. Councilman Mike Humphrey will be moderating questions and comments on Zoom and Facebook. Please use the chat feature in Zoom to indicate that you wish to be recognized for a comment. You can also type in questions. Feel free going forward to email councilmeeting@clintonnj.gov with any questions or concerns between meetings or questions that you would like answered during future council meetings. You must provide your name and address to be recognized for comment. We ask that you keep your device muted until called upon by the council. The meeting's moderator may also mute participants. Mayor and council will respond to all votes using chats. As always, please send me email at jkovach@clintonnj.gov or call text at 908-399-8921. Okay. I just have a couple of quick updates for everyone today. There's been some back and forth with regard to smoke detector inspections. We have a couple of individuals who are buying, selling, and trying to get it all taken care of. And in place of an in-house inspection, we were having residents fill out a form and have it notarized. In light of everything that's going on, obviously people don't want to go and get anything notarized. They don't want to really be leaving their houses unless they have to. So the decision was made based on a memo from DCA that going forward, the inspections do not have to be conducted in person, and that a resident can fill out the affidavit but does not have to have it notarized. I'm not sure if Corey or if Rich and Corey have put out the new order yet, but just want to let you know that if you do get any phone calls, that's the way we've moved forward with that.
Mayor?
Yes.
The updated form and the notice went out yesterday to everybody.
All right, great.
Well, when I say everybody, I mean the email blast and Facebook.
Right, okay. I'm still behind on emails from Saturday, so I'm playing catch up as we speak. The Beaver Brook on Friday was running orange. It almost looked as if someone had dumped clay in it and it was running that way. I did take a video and send it over to DEP so they're aware of it. I noticed yesterday it was just running brown from, the high waters. Not sure if something got dumped further up and that was why it was orange. It was orange Friday and Saturday. By Sunday, it was running clear again. So DEP is aware of that. And if anyone sees it, please just make sure you let us know so that we can get back over to DEP and have them check to see what's going on. And I think, let me just double check. I think that is all that I have. I did get an update from Corey, and right now from OEM, all of the first responder departments are still 100% operational with minimal impact from COVID. We continue to handle calls and complaints related to COVID, obviously as expected. We now have 14 cases in the town of Clinton. I don't know if any of them have resulted in a death, but the number was updated as of yesterday. And opening day of fishing seemed to have gone over without too much of an issue. I think the officers were cognizant of the fact that they were making sure there were not too many people in the river at any one time. I know, 50 people is a normal opening day for us. I think we were probably about 20 from the time that I had been down there taking a look at it. So That's all I have, so I'll work my way through. Sherry?
And forgive me, I missed both meetings last week, so maybe we've already talked about it, but we shut down the tennis courts.
Yes, we did, only because we had to close off the park, access to the park. If someone wants, we can open the one backdoor gate, I guess is probably the best way to describe it, if someone is asking to be able to use it.
Okay, but just to clarify, like people are allowed on Gephardt Field. I
They
see,
shouldn't be playing an organized game.
right. I think I've mentioned I'm on Lee Street and my desk faces the window, so I watch the street all day when I work, and I'm definitely seeing increased traffic on the sidewalks. And yesterday there was like a family of 4 on a bike ride down Lee Street, and I heard cars honking, and it was like, I just
Yeah.
want us to be thoughtful that as we close things down as a community, I think we're all fairly wellness centric and know the importance of health, and everybody, the weather's warm, people want to move and get out of the house. So I just want to be conscious that we're pushing people to the streets.
Yeah, we didn't close any of the parks.
Yeah.
It was just all the fields are open. The Hunts Mill is open, and there's been a number of bikers back there, I've noticed.
Yeah.
I have noticed that there's a lot of the bikers are coming in from Clinton Township, from Southgate. I'm watching them kind of come down and out a couple times that I've been out.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, we have much more because they can't go over to the lower Lansdowne, and they're not able to go to the Columbia Trail. So, they're working the bike routes through us.
And the reservoir shut down their access road too, correct? Yeah. So
Yes.
I just feel like we're like bottlenecking into smaller spaces of people trying to get out.
That was the government. The governor shut down all state and county parks. Right or wrong, this has been the kind of the ongoing discussion. If we, in the governor's call that I had last week, if the decision is made to shut down just in heavily populated areas, what happens is all those people then work their way out this way. So it's either a full shutdown or no shutdown. And, based on the conversation that the governor's had, he's doing what he believes is in the best interest of keeping everyone safe. And unfortunately, we've kind of taken the tact globally as residents that, we can be out and we can still have conversations and gather out on the trails because it's outside. It's different. So I'm hoping that, I do know that they did say that would be the first thing that they reopen when they start to get everything back on track. The goal is to get the parks opened first to give people that access. Something else that has come up is, and all of the businesses downtown now you're required to wear a mask inside. There have been some comments, not by any one of us, but by other elected officials, calling the police the mask Gestapo. So I have reached out to those individuals. If you hear of it, please make sure you say something to the individual. Agree or disagree with what the order is. We have to enforce it. And my comment to the individual that made that statement was, you're putting all of our police officers at risk if you're not taking something seriously that has been required by state government. So just to put that out there, that is something that is won't be tolerated in any way, shape, or form. This is not a joke, and no one should be treating it as a joke. And again, agree or disagree with what the governor's done, he's done it, and we all have to abide by it at this point in time. So anything else, Sherry?
Yeah, I just want to say I had a couple people in town reach out like through Easter and and whatever, just saying hi. And I had a couple feedback pieces. People were really happy with the communication coming from council. They were really thankful for everything you guys have been doing and all the communication that's been going out. They feel like it's been well handled and well received, and they're grateful for everything that's being put out there. So I just wanted to say that and give y'all kudos for the work you've been doing. People notice. So that's it.
That's good. Thank you. Megan?
Hi, and the Johnson girls.
Hey, girls.
So we did the Clinton Town Easter hunt, egg hunt, and that was successful. Got a great feedback from that. A lot of people enjoyed walking around and searching for eggs, so that was great. The next rollout is going to be Wednesday. I'm sorry, I can't remember what day it is. Wednesday. We're gonna do is a World of Hearts. It's an international campaign. Sorry, she's singing. And I will share it with you guys before we push it out. It's kind of rainbow hearts and compassion for everything that's going on. So it's not just rainbows, but it's hearts as well. So I will share it with you. It looks like a really awesome international campaign to provide compassion to people who are fighting on the front lines, as well as people who are fighting the virus themselves. So other than that, I think that's all I got. Oh, Rec is supposed to meet virtually on Thursday, but Lisa and I have not gotten confirmation. I know that Rich and Mike have been trying to coordinate that with them, but as of right now, we haven't heard of what they're exactly doing. So I'm not really sure. Now that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Megan? Riley, sorry. I'm looking at Megan.
I don't know if you guys, I don't know if my internet connection is going to hold out, so I won't say too much. You're welcome. I know I always talk a lot. I'm going to put out the top 5 list today. Just so everyone knows, a testing site is opening. I can't remember if we talked about this on Friday, so I'm sorry if I'm repeating. A testing site is opening at RVCC today for Hunterdon County and Somerset County residents only. I'll put that out, or I did put that up on my council page, so please share that out for people. There's limitations on who can use that site. But we do have a testing site in the region now. So I know that was a big issue for a lot of people. A lot of people were concerned about that. So that is up and running as of today. I think at 9 a.m. it opened this morning. Economic development hopefully is meeting next week. I'll be coordinating that with our committee. And I think that's it. That's it.
Give it to her. All right, thank you. Lisa?
Yes, hello, Mayor. I don't have much to report, but I have been behind on making some adjustments to the website. So while we have everybody on, I just want to double check on a few things. Last week, Councilwoman Karsh sent me an update on the produce stands in the area that we could potentially add to the restaurant list. I'm trying to find the restaurant list. I'm not seeing it on the COVID-19 page, and I'm wondering if there's another place where it is, because I'd like to put it there as well. Is it on the business page, perchance?
Yeah, if you go on the business page, it doesn't have its own page. Right now it's in the news section, and then we linked it to the business page. You have to go down the bullet points.
Okay. I don't need to move it. I can just make sure that I link, make sure that I have it represented on the COVID-19 page, because that's where people might look for it. So I'm going to just to let everybody know, Mike, I'm fine with running it by you. I'm going to go. Okay, hang on. Talking to Mayor Janice, hold on. So I will check in with you, Mike, just to make sure that we're putting everything where it needs to be. To that end, Councilwoman Johnson sent me some mental health. You can't pull me away from the screen, thanks. Some mental health links that we were going to add, and I'm going to try and find a home for that as well. Those looked like they were not sessions, but what were they again?
One was a link to New Jersey telehealth therapy. So
Okay.
insurance companies are their coverage for telehealth and what
Yeah.
that looks like. I thought that was really important information for people, because sometimes if you're not experienced with insurance, it's kind of hard to find
Right.
what's covered and what's not. The other was a link to virtual meetings and support groups that are running throughout the state, provided through New Jersey, different providers, which included not only adolescent or children's services as well as adults. So it gives you kind of variety of some meetings that are occurring for support during this time.
Okay. Do we also have any, I didn't know if there was any for AA or NA?
Yeah, I can share that too. There's a couple different, there's AANA meetings that are occurring virtually throughout the state,
Yeah.
as well as throughout the country. So the country ones are every hour on the hour throughout. So I can get you that information and share that with you as well.
Okay, great. And then I might build like a mental health page, or I'll see what can be combined from the tabs that we currently have. There are some hotlines on there, so I just might, put them all on there. Oh, thank you, Mike. Yeah, I was looking at that. This one is just though for children. It's more on domestic violence and abuse and things like that, which is very important. But I'm trying to figure out a way to combine it, and this one is challenging to combine because it has that graphic there. So I'll see what I can do. Anyway.
Yeah,
sorry.
this was just, we just put this up really quick. So
Yeah.
use this page, relabel it, and, and if you need any assistance with it, let me know.
Okay, I will do that. Just because Riley sent me hers as an Excel sheet, so I'm not sure. I might have to just individually cut and paste to get that on there, which could take a little time, but we'll see if I can figure out a way to get an Excel sheet up there. That's all.
Lisa, we can convert that to a PDF or something and just put it
Okay,
in the PDF.
that would be wonderful. Yeah, that'd be great.
Do you want me to convert it for you and send it to you, or can you?
Yeah, that'd be great. It looked pretty exhaustive, which is good. I mean, you're not going to get everyone, but all the valuable information in there. So.
But if we just, I can always update the Excel and convert it to a PDF and send it back to you again.
That'd be great.
If
Thank you.
People updating it. So.
Thank you. So I think that catches me up. I apologize. I was a little behind on the communications there. So I was doing my my 9-to-5 communications job, but I will be doing this one as well. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ross.
Yes, Historic will be meeting tomorrow via Zoom. I've been trying to think of ways to get them involved in some of the things that are going on in terms of some of the safe social distancing activities that we've been putting out. So I started a template for what is a virtual historic walking tour. Essentially, that would be a virtual map that people can either look at from their home, or if they are out taking a walk, and to be able to look at different things. So we're going to discuss that more tomorrow and see what other folks' input they might have. And then as that progresses, I can pass it along so we can get that in the lineup of some of the different things that we're looking to put out. And that's all.
Sounds good. Are you using that brochure? What is it? The walking tour brochure that we had used when we did that tour actually it was a year ago. We did the tour from the Red Mill.
Yeah, so we're going to use some of the points that are in there. I started plugging some of those in,
Good.
As well as some other information that I know we still have on the website, and then seeing what folks on the commission might have about whether it be their homes or other different sites and things. So we're trying to, build that up so it has a decent amount. And then, like I said, you can look at it on your phone, look at it on your computer, or whether you are out taking a walk and want to pull it up and then go, oh, what is this, and can learn more.
Sounds good. Thank you. Mike.
So for the Zoom meetings, please make sure that myself, Rich, or Lisa get the Zoom address for it, because it needs to be posted on the calendar. It is a commission. Environmental Commission, Historic, Recreation, so on. Those types of things we need to get up on the calendar so the public has an understanding of where to go to be part of the meeting, if possible. So Ross, if you could get the Historic Commission Zoom info, shoot that over. We would have to get that up today for tomorrow's meeting.
Yep, I shot that over to Rich a little while ago. It literally got confirmed as of like an hour ago. That was a few emails back and forth over the last several days trying to get in touch with some of the folks. So once we have that hope soon, I'll get that over to you so we can make sure that gets up.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting a second Zoom account, but as you can imagine, Zoom is overwhelmed. So their sales team is not, with 2 phone calls and 2 emails, they have gotten back to us to say, I'm sorry, but our volume is very high. The Environmental Commission met last night. We talked about the kind of redevelopment, I guess, and reinvention of the Green Team, not necessarily as just an idea to collect points, but with the COVID-19, we realized that many of the things that Sustainable Jersey has been advocating are things that we have been doing regarding things of communication and infrastructure. So we're going to take a look at it more from a standpoint of best practices and less from just trying to get some kind of accreditation or just some grants. There was the other thing too, that without the spring cleanup, there has been a large collection in certain areas of pollution, of litter, which led to a discussion about the recycling. And I know I'm very disappointed that the number of our residents who still put out recycling in uncovered bins, and then when the wind hits, it's just blowing all over the place, and it's collecting in these water runoff basins, these wooded areas, and it's getting horrible. So there's a discussion about providing some advice to the council about how to handle this, about what we should be doing, because people are doing what they want to do versus doing what's better for the town. And last thing is, this morning in my walk, there was a pair of surgical glove, rubber gloves that were on the ground on the road on Mountain View. That means that in just the last 24 hours or so, I've spotted 5 sets of gloves that people discarded on the ground. I think this is one of the most disgusting things I can ever imagine. To people to leave their gloves so that somebody else's job is to pick up their gloves and throw them away. And I really recommend that we have a very short decision and make a determination as to what we do about this.
I guess my question is short of seeing someone drop it, we can't do anything against the people unless we see someone actually, making the drop. I've been picking up garbage as I've gone along. I know on Friday, because of all the wind, I was out picking up quite a bit of recycling, and trying to get them back into cans, at least until the guys got there. But I get, and there is an initiative, I think it's being done through Base Camp, for a virtual cleanup day on April 22nd. So as you're out on your walk or your run, having a garbage bag or a bag with you, and being able to pick up and collect it that way. But as far as doing something short of picking it up as we're seeing it, I don't know that there's anything that we can do.
Janice, could we do like a PSA, like don't be a jerk?
Mm-hmm. We can definitely do another PSA.
I mean, I know we've done a million, but I'm just thinking, like, we just did the video for saying thank you to all of our incredible people. I'm just going to say people because there's so many categories of incredible people. But, I know this has been a problem at ShopRite, at Walmart, just people leaving their gloves in the carts and the trolleys. And I agree with Mike on this one. It's it's shameful because it's counterproductive. I mean,
Right.
the point of the gloves is to keep people healthy and keep the germs away from other people. If you wear them and then you toss them and leave them for someone else to pick up,
Right.
you're doing.
And I don't disagree.
And I understand your point. What are you going to do? You don't see someone do it. What do you know, like,
Right.
What's there to be
And
done?
just to chime in about the gloves thing, gloves have a plastic surface. It's easier to contaminate things with gloves, which people I don't think are realizing. The other thing, I've watched numerous people when I've been out and about take off their gloves because they don't I work in healthcare. We're taught how to take off gloves appropriately so you do not contaminate themselves, and they're contaminating their hands anyways by taking them off the way that they're taking them off. I literally watched somebody do it. I was like, I yelled at them across the parking lot and said, don't touch anything. You just contaminated your hands. And he looked at me like, what? And I was like, you went underneath your glove hand and
With
you contaminated your hand,
Yeah.
right, with your glove. So, I think a PSA is a good idea, and using information that our healthcare system has shared with us, as well as the CDC, on the proper use of gloves and when to use them. Because I think people think they're protecting themselves, but in lieu, they're actually, are becoming more harmful to themselves and others around them.
Right.
I agree with I agree with you, Mike. I understand the wind blows, your stuff goes everywhere. It's unfortunate, and we all have to pick it up, and that's part of life. But the gloves thing, I don't get. I don't understand just chucking your gloves for someone else to clean up after you. That's obnoxious.
Yeah. So we can put together, I guess, a PSA. Let me take a look and see if we can even do something via video, but I don't think there is. We this week we'll be printing and hopefully mailing a piece to our seniors. Thank you, Lisa, for her wonderful copyright work and putting together most of the content for it. Again, the idea is to get to our seniors residents who may not be getting all of our announcements that are going on. So this is giving people tips, advice, hotlines, information on scams, and asking them for information they can mail in to us for our contact management and our emergency notification system. And that's it from me.
All right. Thank you. Rich?
Nothing else new to add, Mayor.
All right. Tara?
I don't have anything new.
All right. So anybody else have anything before we finish? Our next meeting will be Friday morning at 10 a.m. Anything that comes up, obviously, let's just keep each other in the loop, and hopefully we get some positive information over the next couple of weeks. I just forward all of you the press release for the reopening government. That was the compilation of 4 states. So that I just received it, so I sent it over to all of you. Tara, I forgot to send it to you, so I'm going to send it to you separate. Sorry.
Okay, no problem.
With that, meeting's adjourned. Thank you, everyone.